Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 22 weeks pregnancy update. I nearly just forgot what week I am because it feels like they're just getting like combined now, and I don't know, I feel like it's just getting so much further along that I'm just forgetting what week I am. But I am 22 weeks and the baby is currently the size of a coconut according to the Bump app. I think the Ovia app says something like an ear of corn. Before we jump into the video and everything, I wanted to apologize. I don't know if the camera angle is to where you guys can see it, but if you can't, I have like some little stains on my shirt, and I know that would bother me like through an entire video if I saw stains on somebody's shirt, but I wanted to show you who the culprit was. And that is this lanolin that I actually have started using for the past couple weeks because I have had like some cracking going on with my nipples, and apparently it will stain your shirt. And I have washed this a bajillion times. I have not used like stain remover, I guess, so I guess I need to do that. But you know how it goes. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I wanted to go ahead and just say sorry if you guys noticed the stains on my shirt, and hopefully you can't see them throughout the entire video. Also, I want to quickly apologize for those who have noticed in my videos, in my previous videos, about the lighting situation. I'm working on it, guys. I like to use like the natural lighting because I don't really have like a really great artificial lighting situation going on. So if the lighting is like going in and out, I do apologize about that. I just wanted to say that really quickly. But let's go ahead and get into the symptoms. So some of the things that I have forgotten to mention to you guys in like a couple weeks previously is that my boobs are no longer sore. Oh my gosh, hallelujah. I am so happy that they are no longer sore, and I honestly did not even realize it until I started like the whole leaking situation, which if you haven't seen last week's video, that's when that happened at 21 weeks. But when I started leaking, I was like, oh my gosh, my boobs are not sore anymore. And I think honestly that may have gone away around like 20 weeks or so. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that to you guys, because when my boobs were still sore around like 18 weeks or so, I was like, seriously? I thought for sure that they were gonna be sore the entire rest of my pregnancy. And I mean, maybe they could get sore again before the baby is due, but for right now, I am like super happy about this. And so this entire video, basically, I feel like it's gonna be a lot about boobs. So if you don't really wanna hear that, then this might not be the video for you, but I plan on actually showing you guys a couple of things that I got for like postpartum, like breastfeeding care type of thing. I don't know, I realized that I had a couple of things that were piling up, and it kind of just all fit in that category. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just make that all into one video and kind of show you guys those things. The next thing that I forgot to tell you guys is that I'm also no longer congested. If you guys have seen previous videos, you know that I struggled with congestion and like extra mucus and stuff for a really long time, since like week 4 of pregnancy, and it was a pain in my butt, and I am no longer struggling with that. So I'm super happy to go ahead and tell you guys about that. Some of the newer symptoms that I've been experiencing this past week is the feeling of just being completely drained. And I'm not really talking like mentally drained, because there are times that I feel like wide awake. You know, my brain is just wide awake and going. But my body seriously feels like I'm wearing 10 layers of wet clothes, and I'm just like my body just feels completely drained. And that's totally understandable. I mean, hey, I'm pregnant, so I get it. I'm carrying around a lot of extra weight, as well as the fact that I have been peeing so much. Let me tell you, I have never peed this much in my life. Last week I told you guys that only one of my boobs was leaking. Well, the other one has caught up. It doesn't leak as much as the first one did or has been, but it has started leaking. And when I say that they're leaking, they're really not leaking all that much. It's probably like several drops a day. And another thing to go along with the leakage is that my boobs have been like super warm, and I read, I guess, that it's basically because of all the extra veins and everything and all the extra blood flow. So there's that. Like I mentioned to you guys in last week's video that I was experiencing some cramping and like bad abdominal pains. Well, that hasn't really returned, so I'm not really too worried about that or anything. I think maybe it was due to like lack of not drinking enough water, which is something that you should definitely do while you're pregnant, is like drink a ton of water, which I have been doing more lately, and I don't really think I've really had, like I said, those bad cramps or abdominal pains. But kind of related to that are the Braxton Hicks contractions. I kind of asked you guys, and I did a little bit of research and talked to some of my friends, and apparently I believe that I have actually been having Braxton Hicks contractions for maybe the past couple of weeks, I'd say, because I honestly did not know what they felt like, and now that I know, I'm like, I have definitely experienced that multiple times. So Braxton Hicks contractions is basically, it's a sensation of your uterus basically like squeezing, and if you're looking at your belly, you can pretty much see your belly like grow a little bit, and it lasts like a couple of seconds and then it goes away. And the first time I think that I noticed that, I don't remember what week it was, but I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, is that the baby? Like, I thought maybe it was the baby pushing up against, you know, like the front of my tummy. And now I know that that was a Braxton Hicks contraction. This baby boy has been moving a ton. One night after, I guess it was because I had like eaten I actually ate a piece of key lime pie, and maybe it had a ton of sugar in it or something, but the baby was just going crazy in there and like kicking nonstop and kicking like really hard. And it got to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, is this normal? Like, it felt like, I don't know, it was just the weirdest feeling that he was just moving so much. And apparently it's completely normal, and it's actually a good sign if your baby is moving a lot. So there's not really a such thing as like your baby moving too much per se. I don't know if I'm the only one who has ever Googled that. Well, apparently not, because it was on Google. It was on like Google search terms or whatever, but I was like, I thought maybe that meant something was wrong, that he was moving so much, but there's nothing wrong. But so one of the last things I wanted to talk to you guys about were cravings this past week. And the only craving that I can really think of to tell you guys is that I was craving Jell-O for some strange reason. And when I got the Jell-O, it was like, that is amazing. I have never felt like Jell-O was that good in my entire life. And I feel like I've honestly been craving a little bit more sweets this past week, so I don't know. Let me know if what you guys have been craving down below. Well, I think that is it as far as like symptoms and everything goes. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump into showing you guys some of the things that I've bought this past week. Like I said, it's kind of all in a certain category with postpartum, like breastfeeding type of things. And this is not all that I've bought. I've bought like several other things for the baby that I think I'll show you guys in a different video. But I try not to make these videos too long. So let me just show you guys really quick what I've gotten, and I'll try to like go through it pretty quickly. And if you have questions, just please don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you guys is I got this, what is the front of this box? I'm not sure what the front of this is, but so these are Milkies. It says freeze, use every drop. I guess it's called Milkies. And it's basically just this little container type of thing. I don't think I'm gonna open the box, but it's basically just this container. I hope you guys can see it. So it's supposed to help with organizing your breast milk. That way you can use the oldest first. And I guess it says it like protects the milk bags from damage and leaks. And you just put this in your freezer, and it also has a tray on the top that you can put one, and I think it helps to like cool it down faster or freeze it faster. So I thought this was kind of cool and a good way to organize breast milk. So the next thing that I'm going to show you guys are these Soothy gel pads. These are supposed to help relieve and help heal sore nipples. So that's what those are. And I guess it says they're reusable. It says the absorbent gel helps prevent leakage. Soft fabric backing forms protective barrier to prevent bra friction and allow healing. So got those. Another thing that I got if I'm going to breastfeed are these breast milk storage bags, and everything I've gotten pretty much is in the same brand because these were like the top rated. I'm definitely a review type of girl, and all of these had great reviews. So these are just like the breast milk bags. And here's another thing that's in the same exact brand, and these are called TheraPearl 3-in-1 breast therapy, hot or cold therapy. And it's like this, I guess they're like little gel beads. I don't know if I want to take this out. But it's like this little thing that you put on your breast, obviously, and it's these little gel beads. And it says cold therapy relieves engorgement, hot therapy relieves mastitis and plugged ducts. So I got these. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you guys is something that I mentioned to you, I think, whenever I told you last week that I started leaking. I actually picked up the Bamboobies, and I'm sorry that the box is like all messed up, but I was going to throw away the box because, like I said, I opened them, and I didn't realize. I was like, oh, maybe I want to show these to you guys in the video. So these are Bamboobies, and they're washable nursing pads. And they are super soft. I'll show you the actual pads in just a second. But these basically had like the best reviews that I saw. And honestly, I actually did have a free sample of, what are they called? Like disposable breast pads. And I used those for like a day, and I was like, this itches so bad. Like it was not very comfortable. So when I used these, the reusable extra soft ones, I was in heaven, and I just feel like they're so much better than the disposable ones. So this Bamboobies box, it came with 4 different breast pads. 2 of them are circles, and they're really super soft. I don't know if you guys can see the material. And it came with some heart-shaped ones as well. So those are the Bamboobies. Obviously, I am a first-time mom, and I have never used any of these products. Like I said, I solely went off of reviews, so I can't really like attest to how all of these things actually work for new moms. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys what I have picked up. Oh, I did want to go ahead and mention that just because I got all of these things, doesn't mean that I am of the, let's see, how do I say this? It doesn't mean that I'm completely oblivious to the fact that breastfeeding may not work out for me. I just figured getting these things would help me to be extra prepared, and none of these things were all that expensive. So yeah, I just wanted to throw in that little disclaimer there. I think that is actually going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and make sure your bell notifications are on. That way you guys can follow along on my pregnancy journey. As always, please leave me a comment down below. I really appreciate your comments and love to hear from you guys. And as you all know, I always respond to all of your comments. And yeah. All right, well, I will go ahead and show you guys my baby bump now. Bye. One last thing, I have to do this just because it's like all over the internet right now. What are you guys hearing, Laurel or Yanny? I am hearing Yanny, and I have tried so hard to hear Laurel, but it is absolutely impossible. I am not hearing Laurel at all. My husband actually hears Laurel, and he heard it from the very beginning. And I have heard Yanny, and that's all that I'm hearing. I'm reviewing some of these clips back, and I'm noticing the lighting is so annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. I am definitely gonna have to work on that.